Sagittarius, I know you've been confused, or at least there's confusion surrounding you. And today I am getting a few different stories, but the first card that we have is Nebula, which is fog. And okay, now I'm getting more messages than when I was writing. I'm getting a picture of a nebula in space. And so your mind is very far away right now. You might need to get some grounding. But I think I'm getting like this desire, like the desire to be anywhere else but here. Um, so presence and grounding is really important for you right now. And trying to a little bit surrender. But that's not the only cards we have, so let's keep going. So I was thinking that this was the Four of Cups, but is the Queen of Cups. So I guess that's like a 2-for-1 here. So we have the Queen of Cups here in the dark aspect, and we have the Knight of Wands in the light aspect. Okay, and then we also have the solar plexus chakra. And yeah, I'll read this now. The frequency of the solar plexus chakra, the yellow flower of life, supports our sense of self, our personal power, and our willpower, as well as our knowing of who we are and what our contribution is to the whole. Okay, interesting. I didn't read that before. So now I'm getting like, again, what, yeah, what can I ever do of significance? And I'm just laughing because, like, I get the strongest feeling from most of the zodiac signs that I've done. So pretty much almost everyone that I have that's been watching, which is not very many people, but even so, here it's like Sagittarius in particular does not see the major key that they hold for something important. Now, this could be a big thing, or this could be like just a big thing in your life, but you hold something probably in your mind or your heart or both, that is so important, so major, and you do not see it. You don't see it, and that's one of the few stories that I'm getting. So we've got a story about love, we've got a story about that, and we've got a story about jobs, and yeah, so but yeah, I'm getting so strongly like, why don't you know how special you are? Because you've been shown. That's what I'm hearing. You have been shown. You've been shown numerous times what, like, how special you are to other people, and like energetically, like that you. There's not just one talent. A lot of times, for these zodiac readings, I get like a special talent for the majority, but this, no, it's like everyone here has a different, very interesting talent, and it's like spiritual talent I'm talking about, but also it could be other things. I'm getting a lot of intelligence here, and that's why a lot of you are in this nebulous energy. For others of you, and one of the other stories I got was that someone is confused about you because they don't understand how you feel. Because maybe you're trying to keep it cool, you're trying to play it cool, and maybe you do feel a certain way, and you do want someone, or you do want a certain job, but you're you're really playing it a little too cool. So let your feelings be known, but balance it out. That's I got that too. Like, allow yourself to keep playing it cool, but maybe give some compliments if it's love situation, but without resorting to flattery. Like, there's a fine line between how what people see as compliments and kind of people pleasing, and I don't necessarily agree with that. I think that's like sometimes you some of us, like me, if I really do love something, then I want to express that, and it's just natural for me, but people can take it the wrong way and whatever. But so maybe you're similar, but I do really think a lot of you are playing it cool. You don't want the other person to see how much you truly like them, or how much you truly love this job, or how much you really want to be friends with this person. And it's enough is enough. You can express your feelings. You can. So what else did I channel here? Oh, and with the solar plexus, this is confidence as well. So working on that, because that's another thing. It's like you are, yeah, like I said, you're unsure of your talents. You don't see how you can contribute to the world, or contribute to this relationship, or contribute to this job in a significant way. And it's really because you you haven't connected to this heart energy for yourself. You've done it for others. You are very loving with others. That's what I'm getting. But you don't always do that for yourself. Not totally. Maybe you do. I feel like you do a lot of self-care and stuff, but it's like there's still something that you refuse to give to yourself. And you deserve this. You are worthy of this. You are worthy of saying, "Hey, like I'm cool, I'm cute, I'm hot, whatever." Like you can do that. It's not a bad thing. Go to the mirror and say like, I'm sexy. Do it. Why not? Who cares? Who's going to watch you? Who's going to judge you? And if somebody does judge you, then that's on them. Okay? That's on them. um this energy is so funny. I don't know why. you are I think you could be a comedian actually. I get a very comedic energy. Like you're like, maybe I am sexy. I don't know, but I just get this something. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe you don't realize how funny you are, and you want to be on stage. You want to be like a stand-up comedian. Do it. Do it. Try it. And you know what? I don't know why I mentioned this, but I noticed how like there was a time where I noticed this one guy in particular, but a lot of people, they were so funny, and I didn't get it, because I could be funny but only in a very specific way, like in a kind of dry sarcastic way, and it was very specific. But this guy, he was able to like really like make everything comedic, and I just wanted to know how, and I downloaded this book, and I don't even remember, but it's just started off basically saying, well, there's nothing you can do to really be funny. There's no code to being funny. And so I didn't read the rest. It wasn't a very good introduction. He should have started out with, there's hope. So maybe that's it. You need to start out with there's hope, instead of starting out with, well, this is hard. Okay, because it might be hard, but you need to start out with the image of yourself doing the thing, and then you can start saying, well, how can I make this complicated process less complicated, right? How can I do that? So what did I channel, uh other than what I just was channeling? um do you want them or not? Okay, so some of you with that energy is talking about like show your feelings. I think some of you aren't really sure if you even want them. But I feel like this person is very attractive, and if it's a love situation, or this job is very attractive, lucrative, but maybe you're not sure if it's really going to make you happy. um I'm hearing test the waters. And that's what I'm hearing. So if that's what they're offering, then do it. Why not? As long as you don't feel like that's going to cause you to be forced into a commitment, which, I mean, nothing can force you into that. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not going to make you feel obligated into a commitment. Maybe some of you already do feel that way, but just know that you can't, you owe this person nothing, and they owe you nothing either. But you, you have this, I feel like you both have this mutual thing where you want to try, you want to see what happens. So I would say just, drop your defenses and do it if that's what you want, but only if that's what you want. Use your discernment. Also, there was this video on TikTok and YouTube and stuff, and it was like it was in a library, and this guy, very cute guy with like curly hair, and this pretty older lady with blonde hair. They were talking about like relationships, and the guy was like, "What if, um, they say that they love me, but they don't really show it. And she's like, then they don't really love you. It's a whole thing. I think you could probably find it just from that searching. It's hysterical and it's very, very true. So go ahead and watch that. It might be applicable to you. Um, yeah, I wrote, if it's new, play it cool. Don't play it too cool. Show interest without obsession. Okay. So take that as you will. Confidence is key. If job, okay, you might be bored with a job, or you might be afraid that you will be bored with the job. Follow your gut, please. Okay? Because I know the solar plexus is not, the third eye is supposed to be your intuition, but we feel intuition in our gut often. So follow your gut because that is also a source of intuition there, and instinct. Because if you are feeling bored in a job that you've had for a while, then respect yourself enough to consider what you really want to do, and work on that overwhelm. If that makes you overwhelmed, just, take it slow, play it cool, play it cool. Because you never know what you're going to find. If you're looking for a career with a company, you never know what you're going to find. If you're thinking about starting your own business, then think about it, really, like, envision it, write about it. You don't have to make any commitments right now. You just can play with the idea. Play, right? So mm, 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 mm. Show self-respect and self-love. If it isn't working for you, uh, find a new gig. So some of you do lack direction. Like, I feel like that's a given though. Like, there's this just feeling of, what can I offer? What value do I really add? So much, Sagittarius, so much. You really, really don't see it. And you're feeling very lost, a lot of you. You can't figure out what this problem is. So maybe turning to a mentor, turning to, it could be a reader, could be me, could be somebody else, could be just a YouTuber, like a spiritual YouTuber, could be like a one of those motivational. There's another blonde woman, and she's got a very strong masculine energy, and she says a lot of motivating things. I'm sure you've seen her. She's all over YouTube, and she's great. If you're feeling that way, that's a really great person to watch. I'm sorry I don't remember her name, and I don't even know if I will remember her name for the description. So I would say, if you find her, Mel Robbins. Wow, I can't believe so. Wow, I can't believe I remembered that. Okay, cool, great. So Mel Robbins. Um, you also, some of you want privacy from something, and you are worthy of that. You might not be able to get it right now. I understand that. So that's another reason to think about what else you want to do, because if you can afford a different place, then you might want it, right? You might want to move, and you might be feeling bad about that because maybe you're living with someone that you feel like needs you, but it's not a good enough reason to stay. So in the book, it gave two solutions to remaining too long in this fog, because it's really up to you how long you remain in it. And the two solutions were heat, which was like exercise, desire, confrontation, passion, and creativity, and time, which it says fog burns off by noon. So I don't know, something to think about. Um, Seek help from a mentor. Be careful not to, like, if you do seek help from somebody, you're not a burden, but just try not to overwhelm anybody with this problem, because you might find yourself really going on and on about it. So just play it cool, and try to remember that everybody has kind of their boundaries, and we need to respect those. But not that I think that you wouldn't. I just think that sometimes we can be a little unaware of how far we go when we are venting and stuff like that. But really, this mentor, I feel like it's like a one-way thing. It's like you're watching something, but it could be a reading or something like that as well, or a meditation. I do get that a lot. Meditation teacher. So also, if somebody asks you if you're fine, ask, are you really fine? Are you really fine? Because I don't think this is applicable to everybody. I don't feel like everybody's like miserable. I just feel like you're lost. But if somebody asks you how are you, and it's somebody that you know they want to know, then tell them if how you really are. Tell them how you really are. Isn't obviously that doesn't go for everybody, because how are you, I forgot what they call it in language, I should know that. But it's basically another word or another phrase for hello. But if it obviously depends on the relationship. That's what I'm saying. uh you hold a greatness, a talent, a wealth that you don't yet see. That's really the most important thing. You add so much value to things and you don't really see that yet, but you will. It's coming. Once this, I feel like it's once, okay, it all comes together. This is the final fog. This is the final fog. After that, you're going up the mountain and away from the, or maybe you're going to the other side of the mountain. I don't know. And you're going away from this like foggy area of your life, and that's when you're going to discover what you need to discover. Okay, so I got the book of answers just like right here. So, is Sagittarius? I don't know. Are you going to discover your talent anytime soon? It will bring good luck. I think that's a yes. I do think that's a yes. I think it's an encouragement as well. Is Sagittarius really fine? Don't hesitate. Okay, it's really an encouragement here. So go for it, whether this be the love or the job or whatever it is. Go for it, like now, please, because you're about to exit this fog. Okay. Um, is this person good for Sagittarius? I'm getting that there's two. That's out of your control. Okay, so I'm not gonna go any farther with that. Cool. Thanks, Spirit. I'm gonna pull you one more card from this deck here. What's it called? It's by the same lady as the Light Seers deck. The Muse Tarot. I like this a little better than Light Seers, to be honest. Only thing is I appreciate that it's got a strictly like female cast or whatever, but I do kind of like to see everyone, so that, I don't know, I just feel like a balance is nice. That's the only complaint I would have about it, but it's like really a great deck, especially for intuitive readings. The world. You're I mean, what, you are going places. You're going places. That's what I'm hearing. You're going places. And I feel like a lot of you just don't see it yet. So I think there's no more to be said with that. You're going places. Just get ready for it. Get ready for it. And if you don't believe it, then okay, well, come back to me when I'm right. Your guys are like, okay, tell them. Yeah, listen. The high priestess, the priestess. I mean, in this case, that's me, because that's the psychic, the reader. So listen to the reader, know your greatness, know your worth, know your value, know you have it, know that this fog is ending. Okay? I love you, Sagittarius. Have a great day. Bye bye.